Hello, my dear Pisces. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of July 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Cancer season, so happy birthday to all Cancers out there. And this is a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising sign, and I read for the signs in order of most liked videos. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And for this reading, I will use the 78 Tarot Mythical. It is by 78 Tarot Global Art Collaboration Limited Edition. It was voted winner in the semi-final against 3 other 78 Tarot decks, and it's also won the final against the Celtic Dragon Tarot. I had so many beautiful decks to choose from this time around, and I couldn't make up my mind which one to use at my channel. And I'm truly grateful for all the help with choosing this magical deck. If this is not your personal favorite, I expect you to be honorable and acknowledge that the vote is over and that this deck won. So bless your heart, everyone, and thank you for the love in all shape and forms. So now I'll start shuffling your cards. And when I open your deck here, I see the 4 of Cups with the 7 of Cups. So it seems like you're a little bit unhappy right now, Pisces. Maybe you have withdrawn a little bit from people, or just withdrawn from some of your dreams because you don't know what is real and what is not real, what is real and what is fake. I'm laughing because I'm being interrupted. My attention is being drawn again to my candles. This happens sometimes. And I see a dancer there. I don't know if you do, but the lightning, the little thread there, has turned into a flaming dancer, maybe a skater or skateboarder. I don't know, but that caught my attention. And when it does like that, it kind of buzzes out my concentration. And it's better if I tell you than it's gone. So that might have been some kind of sign for some of you. You're dancing and burning at the same time. Kind of reminds me a little bit of this song Try with Pink. Just because it burns doesn't mean you're going to die. So 7 of Cups. There is a way forward, but it's not easy to find. Okay, God has opened this road for you here, but there's so many things that can make you lose your concentration and that wants your attention after the road here, and you don't know if these are the dream, or is this the dream, or that is this the dream, that the dream. Okay, so maybe you're chasing, you have been chasing too hard, but with the 4 of Cups, I don't think you do that anymore. It's almost like you have given up a little bit because you get confused. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have the Hermit together with the 4 of Cups. So again, it seems like you have been withdrawing from the world. See, to find out inside of you what's right instead. I was reading a comment the other day about a girl that was upset because people asked so many different things from her. One was asking this from her, the other asking, why aren't you more like that? Why isn't you more like this, like that, like this? So it became very confusing. But what she needed to do was, of course, this, to go inside, and because it hurts to reach out to these other people because they don't seem to love me for the person I am. So go inside, find out who you are, and then be that person in the world. Because this is you. So the people that is here to love you will recognize you when you're acting like yourself, instead of acting like someone else, someone you think that they want. So sometimes people in the outside are kind of mirroring our own distorted expectations of ourselves, that we are supposed to live up to other people's expectations to left and right. That is not possible. we need to live up to our own expectations, and then we kind of need to find out who those expectations are. So who are you? So I call the 6 elements maybe the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. I don't know, but here we have the King of Cups together with 4 of Cups. So this is of course you, Pisces. You're sitting there and trying to figure things out, trying to find your inner balance, to see what's what. I can also notice that this might be a couple, and that these people have turned their back towards each other. So that might be something for some of you, that there's love here, but both parties have become tired or feel like maybe they have invested too much and not got the thing back that they wanted. So giving up a little bit and being at home brooding. Okay, so 6 elements, and here we have the Wheel of Fortune with the King of Cups. So the Wheel of Fortune is cycles repeating in your life endlessly until you notice them and kind of change small variables every time you are in this circle. And when you come to the knot, kind of the problem, you know, I have been here before. Last time I tried this time I will try this. So this story here is an ancient story about a fox turning into a human being, but underneath their development they are turning into this man-eater devouring hearts. So it kind of symbolically for a manipulator or a person going around breaking people's hearts. And it might be that you need to figure out either how to become more serious and stop breaking people's hearts, or how to deal with heartbreakers, okay, how to deal with them. And sometimes we are the heartbreaker, and sometimes we get our heart broken. When we get our heart broken, it's the end of the world. But when we break someone else's heart, we can have forgotten it the next day, and don't remember that we discarded that person because they were so insignificant to us. But for them, we might have been their whole world. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether. 4 cups. To join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Pisces viewers. So I want my dear Pisces to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. 4 of Cups. So 8 of Cups. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So with the 4 of Cups jumping like that, with the 8 of Cups, it seems like the divine is trying to give you what you want, but it might be that you don't believe them this time. 8 of Cups, you have done this before. Yeah, you're not so easily fooled anymore, so you just like laugh at the offer that comes in because you don't believe it's sincere, so you don't want to take it. So you need to look a little bit that you're not missing out on opportunities just because you have been so hardened through the journey and you don't believe a word anyone says anymore. Okay, so try to not discard everything. It might also be that someone is discarding you, like you have given an offer to them, but they say no. And why they do this is the 8 of Cups. It has been too much. Something has been going on for a long period of time and they have given up on it. So that might be the thing as well. So I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds here to you and this energy of July for you. So my dear Pisces, this is your future there, and this is your now there, and this is your past. And we have a 6 of Swords here. The 6 of Swords is a situation where we are very enthusiastic and we have been through some hardships, but we don't want that to break us down. So we continue with a very positive attitude and let it go, and I I will move on, I will fix this. And we can see that the person here maneuvering the boat has this halo around them, and they are very oriented towards the future. So I think this is a person trying to rise above and kind of be doing what is necessary in this situation, and kind of not focusing so much on how they feel or what they want, but doing the necessary thing to solve one issue. So it's a determination with that. And it's connected to the Lover's card. So it's someone that have seen the truth about some love situation. Maybe that he loves these people here in the boat and wants to help them cross over. Or that he wasn't loved where he came from, so he had to make a move. Okay. And this is in the now. And here we have the 8 of Cups that was jumping. So when we have made the move forward and we successfully were able to take ourselves to dry land, we don't want to go back into where we came from and relive the same problem again. So we will become a little bit almost like allergic if the situation reappears where our heart got broken before. So we will just kind of, hell no, I will go to another beach. So they're just leaving the party here. Okay. And this is your future. And we have meditation. Meditation is an extra card for this specific deck. And it's about tuning into the vibration of the divine and kind of figuring out inside out what needs to be done here. Instead of engaging in the drama, in the constant repetition of the act, we can go inwardly and solve situations, because situations on the outside is a reflection on your inside. If you fix your inside, the outside will start to reflect differently. So it's advising you to go into meditation and figure this out inside out. Okay. And it's a fairy, this one. A beautiful fairy. Polka dot, almost like a polka, not polka dot, but in Sweden we say polka pig when it's striped. Maybe I shouldn't have told that. 10 of Swords in the past, so that seems a little bit uncomfortable. And we had the 6 of Swords, so this is what you are trying to walk away from or leave behind. The 10 of Swords is not a happy moment, but it's when kind of truth is hitting us about something that we didn't want to see. Or we weren't able to see. It can be someone suddenly coming out and telling us, I'm sorry, my love, I have been unfaithful to you. Or it might be you're finding out something about your situation that you didn't want to see. You see something like in a movie or in a commercial, someone says something and suddenly the coin drops and you understand something. And what you understand is not what you wanted. It's not what you wanted to hear, not from yourself, not from anyone else either. To realize something. For example, you can hear that a person says, well, I was never honest with her from the start of our relationship in the movie screen. And then you know instantly in that second that is about your relationship with a friend or a lover. It's just an insight that comes like this. And if you let it come, it might give you a lot of anxiety and maybe even a panic attack, or you just want to forget about it, so you go into oblivion. But if you stay with it and let it run its course, it will change certain things with you, certain settings. So panic attack, scream, sweat, cry, lie in fetal position, just process, digest this. It's like there's a big chunk of food that's very hard to digest, but when you have digested it, it will become nutritions for you. So whatever is the truth here, it's a necessary nutrition or a wisdom that you will need to be able to move on and not repeat the cycle. This is 10 of Swords, so it's connected to the Wheel of Fortune. It's a little bit like a hurricane here, but the sun's rays has made something very obvious that you didn't want to know. Okay, and the next here is the Queen of Cups. So I feel the feeling of, why is this happening to me? I have always tried my best, like this person here with the light. Okay, I hear a song, light, shining light in every corner of my heart. Something, something. So first you have pink, try, and then shine your light. Corner. Okay, so I will remember that now. So here you were, filled with this light, and thought, yes, okay, the divine is guiding me out of this. I'm filled with this kind of this, this light, this epiphany. But you felt like you had control over the situation. But this light also helped you see something that you didn't want to see. And you think kind of, why me? I have really tried my best. I have done everything you asked, my divine fellow beings, and still you are punishing me like this. But it's not a punishment. It's showing you what's already was there all along. So they're just opening your eyes. They didn't create a situation. The human beings created the situation. The divine is just trying to let us see what we have created. So I'm actually hearing another song now. It's just a melody, so it's really hard to... okay, now I'm hearing the tunes. We came when you call. We came when you call. Oh, that's the only thing I hear. Hopefully I'll find something from this. We came when you call. But I feel this sensation of, why me? Okay, so I've done everything you said. I have followed your instruction and still. But it's not that there was something wrong with the instruction. It was something wrong with your situation. And the divine helped you see it, okay? So, because you have been in this situation maybe your whole life, it's a 10, so it shows a very fulfilled, grown situation that has been going on for a very long time. So they didn't create that situation, they just helped you see it. Okay. And here we have the Three of Cups. So you just want to be loved. You just want to love and be loved. You just want to have, can't we just be friends? Why this backstabbing is going on? Why is this always happening? And this is good. It shows your love is pure, okay? What you want is pure. You want a good thing. So you just need to see the bad thing and kind of move away from that and aim your energy towards what you want to have instead what you don't want to have. So this is a good thing. You can start to think less about, go through this, see the truth, take notes, to next time you're at that knot, you will know the thing you got as an epiphany here. And then, go on another lap. Start to envision what it is that you want. I'm giving it in presence because some of you are going to live through this right now, because this is kind of June, the past. It can be June or your whole life, or, this year, 2019 up till now, or the whole year since June last. So with the Three of Cups, focus on what it is that you want and less on what you don't want. Start to dream more about what you do want to experience and think less of what you don't want to experience. Be awake enough still to be able to notice red flags and see when things are not the way you want. Then walk away from that situation and put your energy into a situation that's healthy, that's whole, that's not breaking your heart. Sometimes we can be, but I want that person that broke my heart, I want them to fix it. Well, they broke your heart. They are not equipped to fix it. Okay, you need to seek people out that are equipped to fix it, that wants the same thing that you do. So sometimes we take these people for granted, the people that's there for us no matter what, that always says, yes, okay, yeah, I will help, I'm here. And they do so not out of a craving of you or like they want to control you or own you or whatever. They're just there because they love you and love to be with you. It can be your dog, okay? It can be an aunt, your sister, your best friend, someone. And this might be someone that you really want attention from. You really wanted them to fix it, because they were kind of an icon for your karma, your first wound, how you got hurt, the wheel that's cycling like this. But now when you saw it, like what was off with this situation, you can actually choose better consciously. You don't have to choose from your a little bit, okay, I'm hearing fucked up emotions, but that's not my usual vocabulary of words. So I will say instead your traumatized emotion, or your emotion that's that comes from this wound. So we can have, for example, have had maybe our father was a person that took a lot of responsibility for the family, like the Six of Swords here, and he was out working whole day, you know, fishing. This was just when he took us to town one day, but the whole day he was out fishing with his boat. You never saw him. So now your boyfriend or girlfriends, they are very preoccupied. They don't have time with you. So you constantly try to get their attention and get time from them. But what you should really do is aim your energy towards the people that wants to spend time with you. You know, the ones that are not unreachable, the one that's there for you today, the one that loves you and are always there in the background, but you might take them for granted because they are always there, and they are not this unreachable thing that you can't have. When things are scarce, we tend to value them higher. So when someone makes themselves scarce for you, you value them more than the people that's actually there for you. So take a look at this and look through your life, see who is actually there for you, and start to honor these people instead. Start to give your love to them instead of to this situation that's only going to give you more pain. And here we have a Nine of Cups. So you're fine, okay? When we take away that situation, you're fine, okay? Your life is fine. You have a lot to be grateful for. You have a lot of people appreciating you, like truly appreciating you. We can be different people. Some people want superficial situations with like relationships, but many relationships, and always have someone to call and, you know, just speak whatever happened during their day. I bought a new car, I did this, I did that. And other people have just a few, but as treasured friends. So it doesn't matter if you have few or many. I'm talking about this because this is the 9, the Hermit. So it might be that you are one of those that have few very trustable, likable friends or family members that you really cherish. Be grateful for these and put your energy here, because this is a manifestation card where you go within and you find out what you are grateful for and what you want more of, and then it's created in the world. The more you think about this, what you are grateful for already, the more you will get of this. The more you think about the gruesome thing, the more of the gruesome thing you will get. The more you think about the beautiful thing, the more beautiful things you will get. That's not to say it's a separation. We need to have the grayscale here. So we are not to always think about just positive things and ignore the bad things, because then we are swooping it in underneath the carpet. The problem grows bigger. It becomes a big fat shadow. And you will wonder, why are these people being so rude to me or doing this or doing that? It's because you have a big shadow. You need to go within, resolve it, and it will resolve in the outside. So it's not, you can't play it simple here and just, Queen of Cups, she said that you should only focus on the things that's positive. So I'm never going to think about a negative thing ever again. So that's not what I said. Okay. So you will have to, you know, handle a great deal here. Know when things needs your attention and you need to digest them. In other case, you will have a not so good digestive system. I don't know who's coming through here. They want to make me say curse a little bit. Okay. And so it's probably like a very vibrant soul, someone that has really lived their life to the fullest and doesn't seem to have these boundaries. So they have been able to live the whole scale and still became enlightened. Okay. So a Queen of Swords. So this is someone looking at their situation with scrutiny. Yes, I have all these things, but it's not what I want. Okay, so they are not happy. They are not at peace with this. So yes, these people are nice, but I want that person to apologize to me. This is not going to help. This might be air sign in your life, Aquarius. It's usually Libra, can be Aquarius or Gemini as well. Or it can be a person that is kind of never really satisfied, is what I'm feeling here. Because the Nine of Cups together with the Queen of Cups, it shows a situation where we kind of not, we can never be full. It's like we can never get enough. And we get judgmental of the things we have, or that old rag, or that old car. I want a new car. I don't want a 2018 car. I want a 2019 car. I want a 2020 car. So this is a situation where we can't ever be truly grateful, or we might be very, like, look at our lives with scrutiny and kind of judge ourselves. So is this all you got to prove for this life you have lived? Is this all the friends you have? If this is all you have to be grateful for, you haven't accomplished much. So it can be self-judgment as well, self-punishment with the Ten of Swords here. And yet there's another part of you. This might be two different people as well. A Six of Swords together with Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, that just wants to, but we have this, we have this. This is wonderful. We don't have to have that, my dear. We already have everything. Oh, so it's coming another song. It's going to be full of songs in your description box. See if I can remember this. I'm seeing the video, so I don't hear it with the tunes and not the text. So we still have everything, my dear. Something like that. It might be pink again because the girl has short blonde hair. So she is. The guy thinks that she has been dreaming nightmares about how awful things are between them, and he didn't know it was something wrong. So it might be this as well, that one of you are seeing the problem and wants to talk about it, and the other person doesn't even see the problem. And the problem might be in the other person's head, or might not be in their head. It might be actually something that's happening, but the other person doesn't notice because they think everything is all right. They are not the one that's suffering. Maybe this person has kept this hidden for a long time, try to behave and act honorable and not complain and not focus on the bad things, but it's there, it's kind of scratching them. So if a person is very troubled and wants to talk about things, let them talk. But when they only talk about this problem over and over again, say that, okay, enough with the talk. Now we do a plan. This is the plan. Okay, we will stick to this plan and we'll fix the problem. So no more focusing on the problem, focusing on our happiness and moving forward. Okay, still making the other person feel heard, but not obsessing, like staying in this, because sometimes we might have the time of our lives, but we live in this darkness of the old. So if we grew up with parents not giving us attention, we might constantly craving our partner's attention, for example. And it's never enough, okay? It's never enough. She or he, is she, because it's a queen, will always find a reason to why this is not enough. And the person might say, well, I helped you with this. I did this for you. I came with flowers the other day. I showed you I loved you. Well, you didn't do that, so I know you don't love me. So a person can be discontent even though they have everything. Yeah, we still have everything. So I think that it might be that a person, or both people sometimes, but one person in particular is living in the past, and they are reliving the gruesome past in their now, even though they have a great many things that's there for them. So if they are in a good situation, they might self-destruct to destroy it, so that they have something to worry about, because then they feel kind of calm because this is how they grew up. This is how it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to hurt. In other case, I'm not even alive. This feels like nothing. It feels like I'm not living here. It's just like everyday things. But we need to start to honor these everyday things and become grateful for them, because then we will heal, and our old cravings, like our old needs, will be fulfilled by us fulfilling them, by us putting our settings on I am happy, I'm grateful, I have everything. And then we will look for less problems. When we are content, we don't have to turn into discontent. So it's a very good way to get out of our childhood issues. Okay, so that was in the past, and this is in the now. I'm looking at my dog. I will show this. Bobby. He looks not particularly content. He thinks it's so boring sometimes when I'm doing these readings. So he has a lot to complain about. He's quiet, but he will complain when I'm done. Okay, so... And here is in the now, and we have a Four of Swords. So this is this person, you know, they have people here that really loves them and are there for them, but it's not enough. It's not the person that they wanted to call. It's not the person that they wanted to go after them, or is that person they wanted to go after them, the one that didn't care. So, I know you care, but I don't need you. I need my boss to come and say that I'm great, or I need that girlfriend to say that I'm great. I don't need you, my family here, to say I'm great. I know you think I'm great. I want these other people to think I'm great. So sitting here and brooding a little bit and thinking about how their life is destroyed because they didn't get this one thing that they wanted, and they can't see the things that they have that's offered to them. The Four of Cups, it's traditionally like hand of God is offering something in front of your nose, but you say, no, thank you, that's not what I wanted. And you can ask for what you want, for what you truly, truly want. You don't have to, I'm going to ignore that song actually, but if you want it, I think it's kind of Spice Girls, what you truly, truly want. Or yeah, okay, so you can check that out. It won't have room in my description box, I'm sure. Yeah. Spice Girls. Truly want. Okay, so where were I before this? Four of Swords, given a gift from God, and we think that is not the right one. Yes, we are allowed to ask. We don't have just 3 wishes. You can ask for anything you want, like exactly everything you want. But the divine also knows what's good for you and what's bad for you. Here they have been trying to tell you what's not good for you and what you should turn away from and move towards the thing that is actually good for you. Okay. And here we have the Hangman. So this is someone being broody. So they have everything, but they are being broody because they don't have this one thing that they wanted. They can't, it's like they want to change maybe another person. I wish they were more like that. Well, they aren't. So we need to accept what is, like the truth here, 10 of Swords. And the eyes is wide open and the ears are very big. So this person are perceptive, they know. It's just that they want to climb onto the past a little bit longer. I want to be a child a little bit longer. I want the divine to come and fix things for me. I don't want to take responsibility on my own and fix this on my own. I want these other people to fix it. I don't want to fix it. But with the Hangman, it's kind of, yeah, you will have to fix it. If you need a hero, you need to become one. If you need to be honorably treated, treat yourself with honor. If you want to hear the justice, speak the justice, see the justice. Okay. If you want to be fairly treated and have apologies, treat yourself fairly and give yourself the understanding and apology you need. Okay, I'm sorry, I gave so much energy to this person, wasted so much time here with that situation. I'm sorry, I won't do that again. I will turn towards the people that loves me, that's actually there for me. Okay, And here is your now, and it's the Ten of Pentacles. So it shows that it's again showing that you need to look at the things you actually have, the things that you are happy with. So you might, either this is you or it's someone you're dealing with that can't, the grass is always greener on the other side. Yes, you love them, yes, but that person doesn't treasure them, and this person said that they were bad, and so they're taking you for granted and giving their energy to people that doesn't give anything back, and it must be very sad to look at. I said this in some other this is unfair to this character, but in my view here, when I'm looking at this card right now, this is the person that the other people is trying to, make them happy. So to be brooding and self-destructive, sometimes a good way to get other people's attention. So now we feel the love. So now we feel the sun shining upon us. Sometimes this was the only time when it was a happy moment in this person's original family. It was when they have had a fallout, gruesome fallout, and when their mother or their father said, well, hey you, I'm sorry. So now they are trying to be this martyr a little bit, so that people will come and fix things for them, because they want to relive this situation where they had this closeness, where so it's a little bit a sickness, but it's just an attachment style. We have learned something, how to survive our childhood, and it seems to have been like not so great past here. And now we're trying to fix it. We're trying to feel good. So we are doing the things we learned in our childhood that made us feel good. And it might be, for example, running away, being broody. So the people will run after us and show us attention. So we might feel that we are loved. But these people doesn't feel like they are loved. They feel like they are taken for granted. And so this person have everything here. And they don't seem to enjoy it. They don't seem to be happy about it. I have given them my everything and still they are not happy. So what more can I give? So the situation seems to be like great on the surface level. It's just inside a person that they still live in the past a little bit. The Four of Cups is also about Four of Cups, Four of Swords. We live in the past. We don't live in the now. And here we have the Justice. So if you need justice, give it to yourself. Justice is also truth. So this is Maat, and when you die, she will weigh your heart together with a feather to see if it's truthful. Okay, if we have a lot of guilt, things we didn't process, this big chunk of food that we weren't able to digest, the heart will be heavy and it will outweigh the feather, and we will have to go back and do our karma, the 10, the wheel, all over again. This is 11, so it's when you... Okay, we will check, did you make it or did you not? So a way to get a light heart is to be grateful for the small things in life and not crave so much. And just maybe even downsize. You don't need all this stuff even. You can sit underneath a little lemon tree and have just your little bowl of rice and still be happy. I don't know why I have this vision of the lemon tree, but... it's a happy place for me, the lemon tree. It's another song, actually. Maybe I'll just make a list. You can make a playlist out of this. Lemon tree. So I won't be able to fit in the lyrics for all these songs. So I will just put them up and just a small part of the lyrics that I think is significant. And you can look up the bigger part. And here we have a Seven of Pentacles. So this is someone thinking life is boring. And we have 12, 11, 10 of Pentacles. Life is boring. Life is not fulfilling. It should be more. There should be more to this. I should have more by now. And life is not fair. And so this person is judging their life and they just see like a desert. Nothing has been made. There was so much potential. My life is wasted. All my potential is wasted. I was so beautiful here when I was young. I was so smart. They never saw it. They never took, they never harvest this. So now it's old fruits. It's bygones. So the Seven of Pentacles, a Hangman, kind of shows that, yeah, you're stuck here until you learn to be grateful about it, or this person is stuck here until they learn to be grateful for what they already have. So the new level is 8 of Cups. This is usually a very justifying card when you have when you are being treated badly. Enough is enough, and you walk away. But when you walk away, maybe your life feels empty. It feels like you have lost your cause for living or acting or being in this world. Everything is wasted. So this is a time of mourning a little bit. We can mourn the thing we lost, even if the thing we lost was kind of this. This is what we lost. It was not something that was good in the first place. But here, you kind of need to accept that, okay, so life is boring, so I'll go into the boring. I will be bored. Okay, I will be bored out of my skull. This is very good spiritual practice. And Queen of Swords, 7 of Pentacles here, I see an opening where you can actually become enlightened to this, like self-aware, know yourself, and become, content, grateful with what you have, because you have tried to avoid the boring. You wanted passion in your life. You run after that guy or that girl that was so dangerous, but ignited your fire. Here, your life is boring. So you avoided the boring. You run after danger. Now stay with the boring and start to be grateful for peace. You have peace in your life now. That situation is gone, or you are asked to let it go. And then your life will be boring. Yes, you don't want to live anymore because you don't have this passion, but you can find something else, something deeper, something you have run away from. So practice being bored. Don't do anything. Don't meditate. Don't do anything. Just sit. And avoid thinking as well, because thinking can be very amusing. So when you think, focus on maybe something in your body. Maybe you have some pain or ache. You can stay with it for a little while, and then turn back into being bored. And this is the future. And here we have 3 of Swords. So here it comes out, catches up with us, the hurt, the pain. It's 3. We also have the Hangman, 1 + 2, 3. So this is connected to the Empress and the world. Also this. Here we saw something, and we kind of for a split second accepted that this was the truth, and it hurt like H, okay? And here we have the 4 of Swords. So, okay, so now you accept that that was the truth, so your life is over. Okay, it's no more use because you wanted something, you had a dream. The 7 of Cups with the 4 of Cups, you had a dream, you knew it was tainted. But you didn't want to give it up. But here you saw the truth, and you probably had to give it up. And then now your life is not worth anything. And then now you're going to the core of the issue. First is being bored, like being without this thing. And underneath there, it's hurt. It's heartbreak. The heartbreak you wanted to avoid. You wanted to have the dream. You didn't want the heartbreak. So the heartbreak was underneath being bored. So there's different levels here. And when you are bored, the things that's really significant will come to your attention. And you will know what to do when you have decided to not be bored anymore. And in this case, it seems like digesting some real old pain, why you run after that hopeless situation in the first place. So I'm so sorry, but I loses my focus again, because now this dancer holds something in their arms. They are holding, from my point of view, I will see if you can see it, it looks like a person. So it might be some kind of union going on here, some true union, when you go through the layers of your perception. So it might be, for example, a lost soul part here. As a small child, maybe one part of you took too much pain, too much trauma, and you had to store it away. And now, being bored, it comes to the surface. You realize, okay, so if someone needs the ambulance here, and you give it love and attention, and it's not a happy moment because this person is deeply hurt. This entity inside of you might be your inner child, for example. And now it's time to heal it, and it's time to digest the what this little child has been through. It doesn't have to be the child. It can be your feminine side or your masculine side, or it can be like your wise person or the outspoken person, the rebel. It can be different parts of you. And now you were bored enough and still enough so the divine could bring your attention to what was really needing to fix, like in your foundation. Three of Swords. Okay. So, the next card here. It's the Eight of Swords. Queen of Cups, Hangman, Eight of Swords. So you're stuck in some loop, thought loop here, because you thought that if you were only good, if you were only giving your everything, people would give things back to you. And it's so unfair that they didn't, okay? That they were not. And maybe they did. You just didn't notice because you chased this other thing, the grass that was greener on the other side. So people might have given you all the love and attention, but these people, yeah, that's those. They are always there for me. It's fine. But here, you wonder, okay, so I did all these things, all the rules. I followed all the rules and still this. So it's just that you followed all the rules, but you chose people to be with that didn't follow the rules. Okay, they didn't follow the rules. They broke every one of your rules. They hurt you, they traumatized you, they broke your heart. You can't find love in these places, okay? You can't find love where people are not being able to give love, okay? So I guess it's Rihanna. I hear a song. Found love in all the wrong places. Wrong places. Yes. So you have you thought that if you just behaved, if you just was lovable enough, follow the rules, bend your head, gave up yourself for love, you would get love. But you forgot to the object of your love. Was this person healthy enough to give you love, to be honest with you, to have your back, to be your person, to listen to you, love you for who you are, support you for who you are, wanting solving problems together with you, always being there for you? Were they or were they not? So if they didn't have this equipment, you couldn't have a healthy relationship with them. So you try to have a healthy relationship with someone that was not equipped to have a healthy relationship with you. Okay. And then we have the High Priest. So we go back to some original stuff here. This is Isis. Isis is the later depiction of Ishtar. Ishtar is Sumerian, Assyrian goddess with wings. And her role model is Lilith, the first woman that she wanted to ride on top in the lovemaking and look Adam in the eye. And as person that wrote in the commentary, it kind of made me aware, he didn't want to be looked in the eye because he didn't want to be looked inside his heart, because he didn't know his heart and he didn't want her to find out what's there. So he didn't want to, the heart wasn't open, so he didn't want her to see what's there because he was afraid maybe it was something, she would notice something that was bad or evil. So he saw that there was a darkness inside of him and he didn't want to see it, and he didn't want her to see it either. So he wanted to keep her in submission. So it might be you wanting to keep your feminine side in submission so you won't see the truth, because maybe you are judging yourself very hard about something when you really should just support yourself and love yourself. All our bad personality traits, they are just talents, okay, that are there to be used for good things. Your anger can be used to protect people. Your ability to not keep quiet in a crowd can make you a leader. Things doesn't have to be bad just because sometimes there are not people there to use your talents and or know what these talents are to be used for. They might just say that you are evil, you are bad, you shouldn't be like that. And you hide these things away and you try to be someone that you were not. Just because you didn't have a mentor, a tutor that could tell you, yes, this is your revolutionary side, you can use it to this would be great. They couldn't. They just wanted to change you or condition you into something that you were not. And here we have the High Priestess. So this is like the final gate in some way, where we, should we let these people into our paradise or not? Should we let them into the secret of who we truly are? Am I able to be vulnerable with you, or will you discard me? So Lilith wanted to sit on top. She was in a very intimate situation with Adam, and she wanted to try something new, like a new sexual position. Maybe that's what we saw with the dancing lights. And he didn't want to. So he, in a situation where she showed her vulnerability, he said no to her. So he kind of said no to her, no to the real Lilith, the one that opened her heart for him. And he might have done so because he didn't want that intimacy. And he didn't want to be vulnerable with her because he didn't want this closeness. So it's something going on here. And I think you can't blame this on the outside world, because you have people here that wants to be close to you and you are discarding them. So you are doing the same thing towards, the pets in your household, your best friend calling all the time. And you're just like, oh, that person calls all the time. So what's up with that? Well, and here we have a 7 of Swords, so it gets worse. Queen of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. So you need to look at the situation where you are treating people exactly the way that you are so heartbroken for someone else have been treating you. Like you didn't notice them, you didn't put any effort into the relationship, you took the situation for granted. So 9 of Cups, Justice, 7 of Swords, it just shows that in this situation that was so unfair to you, was shown something like how you were acting in other situations where you are acting unfairly to other people. So it's not so you can blame yourself, oh, I've been so bad. No, it's just so you can see this and change it naturally. So when we see things, we gradually, naturally just change and become more in tune with our soul. So you don't have to, oh God, now I have to do this, I have to remember this, I have to remember to be like this. No, you just look at the situation and you compare. Sometimes, I think it's Byron Katie, she written a book, and she has a lot of practices that's amazing. And you can use this one, and it's write a story, like a story about this person that have done you so bad, they broke your heart, and then turn it around and write your name where this other person's name is. Write me instead of him or her, and you will see where this story fits somewhere in your life where you have treated other people like this. I did this actually with my cat because she had a very difficult period. She's dead now, bless her soul. But she was this very small little cat, very good on hunting, and she has this amazing spirit with her. She thought she was a lion. I have never had I felt so empathy for her and her self-esteem. So I never captured her, like held her down and give her medicine or things like that. I always try to work together with her to keep her self-esteem intact, because I kind of love that part of her. But it was also the gruesome part of her, because she when she didn't want to be petted anymore, she scratched and all these kind of things. And when I turned it around, it became really funny when it was about me and not the cat. So I really encourage you to do that and have a laugh. Try to not take it so seriously. Have a laugh and see, okay, so this is why this has happened. It wanted to make me aware of also what's going on inside of me. And it doesn't have to be that you acted bad in some situation. It might have been that you enabled people to act bad towards you, like you love their strength so much, so you didn't want to take them down to the earth, You wanted to give them wings to fly, but they got like this helium balloon, and like their big ego just took them away. So sometimes it's what you did also to make this happen, or what you let other people do to you, and you enabled them. So it's not always like it's the total other way around. It can be that you didn't see that you were in a bad situation. You were unable to see the red flags because you wanted to see the dream. So it can be shifts. You can't see things in black and white. You need to see the grayscales. And the last card is the Seven of Cups. So the divine wants to guide you through all this, like through this a very difficult period where you need to see what's you and what's the other person, and what am I bringing to this, what is the other person bringing to this, what am I mirroring to the world, what is my projections, and the divine will be with you and they will guide you, and you just have to look inside to see where you are going to go. So we have Queen of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. So it shows the situation where you need to stay in boredom, very alert, like the Queen of Swords. Really look at your life with judging your life, not in a bad way, but using your judgment skill to be an adult person. Look at the situation from a truthful perspective. It doesn't mean being judgmental. It means seeing what is there and then being able to do something about it. So be bored, stay in clear attention, and see where the divine wants to guide you, because they want to guide you somewhere. And it's a lot of spiritual challenges here. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. You only miss out on Seven of Wands. So that is standing up for yourself and standing on the barricades and fight. And that's the only thing you don't have to do. The fight is inside of you. Okay, so go inside of you. You don't even have to fight there. You just have to listen. Find out, okay, what's going on inside of me. It's not an outside fight this time. It's an inside thing. You need to heal your broken soul parts, see where you have compromised yourself to not to be loved, and hear where you were not honorable and open. You said to the guy, yeah, we can have friends with benefits relationships, because you wanted just those small parts of him, just anything. And so you were not truthful there. You didn't show your vulnerability. No, I don't want that. I want this. I want to hold you. I want a life with you. Seven of Swords. It's about, okay, so where you need to look at yourself. Where did you manipulate people and make them so they would fit to fulfill your needs? How did you manipulate the situation so it became in the way you wanted it to? And where were you not able to see the truth? How did you fool yourself with pink castles in the sky? So it's a lot of watching inwardly and see what's going on. Okay, so I will take an oracle for you. It might be for you or for the people person you're dealing with. The Dawn Watcher. I think this came for some of the signs that I did yesterday. Yesterday I did Libra, Virgo, Aries. So you might have a similar destiny or be in a similar situation as them. So you can watch those readings and see what's in there for you, because it's not always just your sign. It can be bits and pieces being found in all the different readings. So the Dawn Watcher. Never think that you're alone in this world. You do have guardians, and I'm one of them. I will literally ring alarm bells for you when you have need of forewarning and foreknowledge. There is nothing to fear when you receive these messages. You simply need to pay attention, take note, and act when the time is right. I will always alert you, and it is my particular domain and charge to watch for the new sky as the sun rises, and to let you know that what you have hardly dared even hope for has ever chance of coming true now. So watch for the sunrise and know that as she does, so too do your hopes rise. And these bells will ring out for you to let you know of the approach of new growth, new warmth, and a new energetic time coming for you. Listen and hear the bells ring for you, and then you shall awaken from your soul sleep. Yes. It's time to be alert and aware, to rise early and to pay attention to the signs that abound around you. Selectively focus on your mission at this time and work towards it. Be determined and do not allow others to distract you. Call on the Dawn Watcher to assist you to focus on the messages that are most worth hearing, and so that you do not go into fear. The Dawn Watcher is a very powerful guardian and will help you greatly by alerting you with plenty of time. All you need to do is pay attention. So it's kind of this row here. You will be guided. This might be guides also standing and alerting you, and the guides might be people in your life acting difficult. So they're showing you different parts that you need to know, things that you need to experience. So a person betraying you, or a person becoming angry with you, or criticizing you, or stealing your stuff, all might be destined situation, and all of them have like one page to your book of wisdom. So there's something I read in an old newspaper, like Ashtar Command back in the 90s. You put us here to guide you and to wake you in the right time. So something like that is coming through here. So this is that was the Oracle of the Dragon Fae, and this is the Chakra Insight Oracle. And this is the card for you or the person you are dealing with. So intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, flexibility. So 45. There. We have the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords has much to do with intelligence. You also have justice. So it might be that you need to educate yourself in some way, or see what kind of education you already have. I'm sorry for my share. It's a little bit squeaky. While modern Western culture tends to judge intelligence based on mental capacity alone, true intelligence is much more holistic and expansive experience. True intelligence is an interweaving of linear and non-linear, tangible and energetic structures and creative flow within the mind, body, heart, and spirit. In one sense, intelligence might be activated by expanding our knowledge through teachers, books, and lessons in our external world. In a deeper sense, our true intelligence is an infinitive essence that has been within us since well before our arrival here at Earth School. So this is the intelligence I use for example, these readings. I just clear my head, make it empty, just be here and now, open up my subconscious, and just look at the pictures, and words will just come. I'm just like a communication device. I keep myself so open and so clear and so empty, so that things can come through that is straight from my subconscious. And sometimes this kind of intelligence can kind of disturb other parts of your intelligence. So I'm not particularly good with remembering certain things, facts. I can just tap into the fact. I can tap into through my subconscious. I can't remember like what's in my awakened memory, like my if you know, the computer has like an awakened memory, like a RAM memory. It's in Swedish. I don't know if it's the same in English. It's the little memory that is keeping your screen open and the programs that you have there. But then you have a hard drive, and that's the subconscious. So sometimes I can't access this awakened memory when I'm in my subconscious memory, which is not my memory. It's partly my memory, but it's the Akashic Chronicles. It's the memory of the whole population. We can get amazing things from down there. So well before our arrival here at Earth School, and will remain with us long after. This subconscious Akasha Chronicles. I'm thinking that it's stored in the Earth. This Akasha Chronicles, like in the waters and in the magnetic field. If the magnetic field is declining, we will lose our memory, and if it's strengthening, we will get back some memories that might be even lost. Accessing this aspect of ourselves is about taking time to uncover, remember, and trust that which we already have within. This true sense of intelligence may be sparked revealed by external teaching, but it takes us beyond the pages of the most profound written text, illuminating our ability to read the patterns of the world and draw deep wisdom from the wellspring of life. So I think that you think that this is a horrific journey down in the netherworld where you will experience all your hurt and pain and need to solve a lot of problems. That's not the case. You are being guided to this kind of intelligence. So you are being taught by all these teachers here to become what you were always supposed to be. So by opening the doors to your trauma, you're also opening the doors to your Akashic records, to also your destiny and everything. So the card encourages you to awaken a fuller experience of your own innate intelligence. It is time to integrate new concepts into your current frameworks, to analyze and question the new, but also to be willing to question your old concepts. Be open-minded and flexible. Realize that your intelligence is not about surface understanding of facts or theory, but the embodiment of deeper inner knowing in the way you live your life. So, my beautiful Pisces. I have done several pick a card readings before I did these general readings that can be very helpful for you in this situation. So go to my channel, click the little icon with my painted face down below this video, and you will come to my first page of my channel, and just scroll down a little bit and you will see the playlist Pick a Card Psychic Readings. Pick the readings that is talking to you. Pick the cards or the deck, the pile that's talking to you, and you will get additional information about this situation, what you need to do, and what you might expect from this situation also coming into the future. So I want you to take really good care. I also want to welcome you back to my August reading that I will do in the middle of July. I will also do pick a card readings probably rather frequently. And until then, until we see each other again, take really good care and have a blessed time. Okay, bye bye.